isn't showing in here. Okay.
This, hello, James Wiley here. This is an exercise in spiritual healing. Larry and I just came home about an hour or so ago. We saw the movie, Indiana Jones movie, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep it there. And I watched the movie very carefully. There seems to be a big fear in the movie gods of Hollywood of psychic abilities in people and psychic phenomena. And as always, when Hollywood makes a movie, they're always looking at things from the outside in. I worked at that place called Area 51. I suffered a death there, quite real. And yet here I am. What I get, the impression, having been there at Area 51, the impression I get from this movie is it's made and written by people from the outside looking in. This is no offense or anything personal to Harrison Ford, who performed very well, as he always does in all of his performances, all of his movies. But we're speaking of the what looks like fear of psychic, what is called psychic ability. The impression I get is that there seems to be an impression out there that some strange experiments were performed at Area 51 on what are called guinea pigs. And strange training in people like myself having to do with psychic ability or warfare. There wasn't anyone out there at Area 51 that was aware of what was, for me, an entirely individual, personal experience. I was not involved in it as a guinea pig in some kind of secret training. It was something greater than even them, even than they knew of. No one knew out there, during my time working out there, no one knew of the changes that I was experiencing. I was an acid head, did a lot of LSD, and I had reached a limit. Death. All of the LSD that I had done up to that time caught up with me. But even so, I had attained the ability to role play so well that no one knew. No one knew that I was an acid head. Otherwise, I would not have been able to work there. They were watching me, like they watch everyone else, but no one knew that I was on LSD. I died when I was working out there, and it helped me a great deal to endure the changes that I went through this valley of shadow of death. It was a real thing that happened to me. And with help, some kind of, call it spiritual assistance. It wasn't some alien from outer space. It was all inner. And I did have something to hold on to. It was a light that burned inside of me, and I followed. My personality was totally destroyed, as it is, and it's something that I still suffer from to this day. I have never fully recovered from that total destruction of personality. What you see as personality coming out of me now is all role play. More than 20 years recovering from that, but still, this personality of mine that you see, voice, speech, and so on, is not what I was born with, not what I was raised by way of school and public education. I died at 26 and did a tremendous amount of study of ideas of Gurdjieff and the Fourth Way to recover from that death. And it's been a slow process of rebirth. But where they show their limit in that movie, Indiana Jones, is, again, everything in that movie is outside looking in. And it seems to be a lot of fear. It's difficult for me to speak of these things because I'm not a professional actor. It's a struggle on my part to transmit this as me, as myself, and role play it at the same time with such abilities as I have developed, not to be a fucking actor in a Hollywood movie, but in terms of substance. Yes, I was at Area 51, and yes, I died, and yes, it's been a long, long process of rebirth, recovery. Self-change is, on the path of ascension, a way of life anyway. We live in a world of vampirism. Everywhere, vampirism. And Hollywood movies is a form of that vampirism. And it seems like Hollywood has reached its limit, and it's fallen apart. And those so-called movie guys are themselves falling apart. There are no aliens that have visited the Earth from outer space and have landed. That's not how it works. There are no aliens like that from outer space. I am probably the alien of all aliens. And of all places, it was at Area 51 where all this happened. Death. There is death, and at the same time there is no death, because we are speaking of immortality, which is within, not physical